traders, you're watching a wrap-up of the North American session on InstaForex TV channel. Today we'll tell you when the US stock market could end its large correction, what economic data could reinforce the US dollar, why the Canadian dollar is regaining its footing, and what trajectory Bitcoin is following. Let's discuss everything in detail. The US stock market showed strong growth on Friday and Monday. The Nasdaq has been logging the best performance with a 3.5% intraday gain yesterday. The Dow Jones rose moderately by 1.2%. The S&P500 encouraged investors with a 4% increase for the last 2 days. It signals that Wall Street could have been through with its correction. Investors seem to have digested the information from the US Fed. The regulator promised to announce the first rate hike in March. Now buyers are ready to push the market up. Today, futures on the S&P 500 are trading higher at about 4,515 points. The expected corridor for the index is defined between 4,540 and 4,580. The economic calendar lacked important reports yesterday. None of the data could serve as a market catalyst. The US dollar was weighed down by the firm euro. The single European currency found support from Germany's inflation report. The German CPI surged to 4.9% annually in January. The actual data was higher than expected. It means that the ECB could shift focus towards raising interest rates following the US Fed. The ECB is holding a policy meeting on Thursday. Today, market participants are looking forward to the ISM manufacturing PMI for January. The index is expected to decline to 57 from 58.7 points. Perhaps this metric will affect the US dollar. Meanwhile, its index is drifting downwards. It's now trading at nearly 96.20 in a narrow corridor between 96.30 and 96.80. The soft US dollar is dragging down the dollar versus Canadian dollar pair. The loonie has lost 0.5% against its American rival since the beginning of the year. The loonie incurred the most losses after the Fed's policy statement that reinforced the US currency. Yesterday, the Canadian dollar managed to regain half of its fall in January amid rising stock markets and oil prices. Last week, the Bank of Canada conducted a policy meeting and decided to maintain the target overnight rate unchanged at 0.25%. At the same time, the regulator dropped a hint that it was on path to raising the key interest rate. Meanwhile, the dollar versus Canadian dollar pair is trading lower, currently at about 1.2687. It's likely to hold in the corridor between 1.2630 and 1.2720. Bitcoin lost 0.5% on the first day of February. The token opened with gains today but did not sustain at higher levels. For the time being, Bitcoin is trading quietly at nearly $38,767 in a tight range between $40,800 and $37,800. If the flagship cryptocurrency challenges resistance at $37,800, the door would open to the area of $40,000 to $40,300. The more distant target is seen at $42,500. Alternatively, Bitcoin might drop to the lows of January 24, that is $32,950 per token. All in all, the US stock market is poised to develop a rally to the highest levels of the year. Nevertheless, exchange flows could take a pause, so we will see a considerable retracement following 2 days of strong growth. Let's see whether our prediction will come true tomorrow. Thanks for your attention, and feel free to leave your comments and questions to our experts. See you back tomorrow.